These cupcakes are a smaller adaptation of one of my signature desserts, which I call Mile High Lemon Meringue Pie. These have a tart lemon curd and lightly browned peaks of frosting, and they're bound to make everyone feel like they just ate a piece of lemon meringue pie, but they're cupcakes. We need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And cream the butter, 2 sticks of room temperature butter, 2 cups of granulated sugar. The sugar starts to almost melt with the butter and get nice and smooth. And 4 large eggs. Trying to pick the biggest eggs. 1 teaspoon of best vanilla. You need the zest of 3 lemons. It's a lot of lemon zest, but that's what makes these so lovely and lemony. I love lemon. Add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And your dry ingredients alternately with 1 cup of buttermilk. Now, if you don't have any buttermilk, you can make your own buttermilk at home. Just take 1 cup whole milk and add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or cider vinegar to your milk. And let it stand for a little while, and it curdles and acts like buttermilk. And the last little bit of buttermilk. And you're ready to fill your cupcake liners. And I'm going to use an ice cream scoop to do this, as I did with the blueberries. And that will make 24 delicious cupcakes. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees, and you rotate the cupcakes halfway during the baking time, which is about 25 minutes. So I will just continue to fill, bake, and then I'll show you how we decorate. So I'm now going to show you how to make a delicious lemon curd. You need 8 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs and a nice heat-proof glass bowl. And I wanted to show you a new trick that I just learned for separating eggs. Just break your eggs into a flat plate like this and use a very flexible plastic bottle and just slurp up the egg yolks. It's much easier than any other way of separating eggs, and the egg whites will be used for the meringue. Now, that is a really clever way to separate eggs, and these eggs will now be turned into a delicious lemon curd. So mix up your eggs, add 1 cup of sugar, whisk the sugar into the egg yolks, and 2/3 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now place this on top of a pot of simmering water. You're creating a bain-marie. It's used to control the heat and prevent the eggs from scrambling. And just stir, not too vigorously, just to warm it and thicken it. So I'm happy to report that the lemon curd has cooked very slowly. You can see that it is already very nice and thick. If you remove this, you can then stir in the butter. And it's just 2 tablespoons of butter. The butter will also help thicken the curd as the curd cools. And now we're going to make the meringue. So into 2/3 cup of water, add 1½ cups of granulated sugar. Add to this, to keep it malleable, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. You want to dissolve the sugar and heat it until it reaches 230 degrees. So now your egg whites, you want to beat them until they're soft peak. And those are the egg whites from the egg yolks. Now when the egg whites reach almost soft peak, sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of sugar. This will keep the egg whites from breaking. I'll just turn that on low. Now they're nice and glossy and smooth. Okay, it has just reached 230 degrees. Take out your thermometer and just swirl it around a little bit to get some of those bubbles out. And then just pour at high speed with your mixer and slow, steady stream right into your meringue. You can see how much more voluminous the egg whites have become. And then you have to beat this for a few minutes just to allow it to thicken and cool. Okay, so here we have our frosting nice and fluffy, and we're ready to assemble our lemon meringue cupcakes. So we have our lemon curd, which will go right on top of each cupcake. Just a coin-sized round. Okay, so now we're ready to top it with this beautiful meringue. And I have fitted the bag with a large star tip. Now give yourself room to play around. Now I think it would be pretty to do kind of a large swirl of meringue on top. Cover the lemon curd completely. That's our surprise. And every time I create something like this, I wonder, how did they do it in the days of Louis XIV? How did they make all of this without electric mixers and without gas stoves? It's quite amazing. Finish this little guy off. There. Very pretty. So one last step to brown the meringue. So this is our little handheld. Just lightly toast the top. So pretty. Oh, I love how this looks. So here are 24 gorgeous lemon meringue cupcakes. I think everyone will love these, including you. Enjoy.